Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to the Dennis Herrera Show. My name is Dennis, and today is Saturday, and we need to talk about some conversations. We need to have some conversations about people that supported President Donald Trump and actually put him in office just to be distracted and easily confused by a leftist hating, confusing agenda. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that on January 6th, BBC, Nancy Pelosi, Legacy Media, everybody on the leftist agenda set up the American people and used them as a sacrifice to get their agenda going. I have a problem with that because there was a lot of people supporting Trump, talking about America first, Republicans going up there, acting like there were some sort of Vikings and all these sports fans with paint all over like Braveheart and all this other stuff. And all it takes is for one little smear called the Epstein files to to allow yourself to be deceived. You cannot allow stupid smears to be deceived. I don't allow anybody to deceive me of the truth. You see, I understand that we're all going to have questions. We all have weaknesses. But one thing that I understand for sure is I know where I stand. I know what I support. I know what I love. I know what I respect, and I know what I want to honor. See, many people out there go on the emotional rant and they think that's fire. They think that's the right decision. Going on emotions, it's it's not good. It's not a solid stand to take, and you will fall, and you will fail if everything you do in life is based on emotions. Brian, good afternoon, my friend. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Robert, how are you? This is my Saturday overtime live. And I'm a little disappointed, to be honest, with a lot of Republicans, a lot of patriots that decided to support President Donald Trump in our fight against a party that has been lying to us, using us. They have been taking advantage of us. And we finally get to choose President Donald Trump to come in for the second term. And despite everything that he has done, despite every fact that we have before us, despite everything great that we have seen happening, people still follow their emotions and fall for the dumbest lie. How are you, Cray? How are you, man? Good to have you guys here. Today we're going to talk about emotions dictating what we believe and what we allow other people to abuse us with. It is crazy to me that Republicans and patriots that support President Donald Trump because of all the good things that we are seeing happening are talking trash, talking negative about President Donald Trump now because of Epstein files. Come on, let me tell you something real quick. If you if you think that the Epstein files is the most important thing for you to be thinking about right now, you're a moron. You are dumb. And you have no patriotism to this country except for your own selfish curiosity. Now, you can hate me for telling you the truth, but I always tell you the truth. What's important right now? First of all, Trump is not in those files the way people think. Yes, I want action, I want accountability, and I want to see the guilty people pay for their crimes. But what I really want to see is patriots standing solid on what's best for this country. If you are a Christian, you should understand that the fight that we have today is not against flesh, but against demons, against evil spirits. And you will recognize them because they like to put a rainbow on them. You see, every antichrist goes against what Christ taught us or taught us. We have, unfortunately, been infiltrated by a bunch of fake religions because we believe on freedom of religion. And we have forgotten our roots. We have forgotten what this country stands for. Let's see. I'm going to ask that if you come into my live, to please be respectful. Hi, official. How are you, brother? If you are a mod for me, get rid of every insult or any disrespectful comment on that live, please. I will appreciate that. Anything negative. So, Robert, thanks for stopping by. Now get the hell out of my chat. Sale says, what about if Trump appears on the files? Do you want him on jail? Of course. If he is guilty, and he needs to pay for this price. You commit the crime, you got to pay the time. Okay? You got to do the time. There's a difference on what you guys don't understand this. I appreciate President Donald Trump for everything he's doing for our country. You see, my opinion of his personal life or anything has nothing to do with the accomplishments that he has done for our country. No other president in history has been able to do what he has done, whether you like it or not. It is irrelevant. What you need to understand is this. You got to think with common sense. Okay, if you're in my YouTube live, in TikTok, I don't care because TikTok they be blocking a bunch of stuff and they don't let us speak the truth all the time. But if you are in my YouTube live right now with me, my patriots, I want this chat to be specifically for MAGA country only. I only want MAGA supporters on my YouTube live. Everybody else, if you're not willing to have a conversation or to listen to why for President Donald Trump, you can get the hell off the chat. I want only MAGA people that put America first. That's the only people I want. Bye, Hannibal. I'm not going to put up with negativity today. I'm not going to allow people to distract me from what we're trying to say. This is not one of your let's have a conversation back and forth. So if you don't like that, you guys can go. I want MAGA people only on my live. Nobody else. It is very important. Why? Because I want patriots, not loyalists. I want people that use common sense, not emotional damage decisions. January 6th was a setup. And many people that were emotional fell into it. And they became violent. And they gave affirmation, or at least a reason, to call January 6th an insurrection. I am glad that the video from BBC has come out, and I am glad that now we know the truth in public. The world knows it. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. They edited the speech to make him look like he was inciting people to go over there and fight and cause chaos. But the truth was that he says we're gonna go up there and we're gonna honor them and we're gonna support them and we're gonna cheer them on. And to hopefully we're gonna do a great thing. I watched the speech live, and it pissed me off that the court allowed to be lied to. They ran with the story like if it was the fact, like if it was true. It's funny how legacy media like CNN, NBC, and all these networks, whenever they talk about Trump, watch this. Whenever they talk about Trump, they call him fascist, bigot, racist, and they say he is. But every time that they talk about a Democrat or a criminal, they always say the alleged person, the alleged murderer, the alleged rapist, the alleged. Now I want you to pay attention to that. Nancy Pelosi did not want the National Guard on January 6th because they knew that they were going to keep the peace on January 6th. Now we have information the speech was edited. Now we have information that there was rogue FBI agents. Now we have information that makes sense of why the FBI director or assistant director at that time sent 274 FBI agents with civilian clothing to come and stop riots, which is, by the way, not their job. Now we know why. They're covering for all those FBI agents inciting violence and then leaving the crowd once they made their point, or once they got the violence started. Many Republicans got emotionally compromised, and some of them should be in jail. An innocent woman lost her life on January 6th. All the people that broke and committed violence on they did a lot of violence against the police officers and caused destructions of property, vandalizing, should be in jail. I agree with that. That is the law. That is how it's being punished. But watch this. Democrats allowed everybody that committed riots, that committed all type of offenses, all type of violence towards our police, towards our city, towards our citizens, because they were on the left side, because they were Democrats supporting people. Those people got to go free. And then we have Digital Pen over here, giving pardons, future pardons. It's like a Christian, like a Catholic, going to the priest and saying, Father, forgive me because I will sin next week. Same principle. The Democrats did not want extra security on January 6th because they would have been found out that they were setting up a coup. Why do I mention January 6th? Because there was Republicans in there that were out there like Braveheart and yelling and saying, oh, the America first. Oh, we're American. Trump, Trump, Trump. And now, because of the Epstein files smear, oh, F Trump. He's full of shit. Oh, F Trump. I don't care. I can't believe you guys are so stupid. Those people are very stupid and emotionally compromised. See, this is why mental health retard people are taking over our country. Because you forgot how to use common sense. You forgot how to stand up for what's right. You forgot how to put away the bullshit. How are we going to help our country if we don't know how to use our common sense? I'm very disappointed with a lot of Americans. We still have a higher upper 70% approval. We should be at 90 something approval. If you're a conservative, if you're a Republican, if you're a Christian, you should be voting to keep supporting Republicans at this time. I don't think I'm going to vote for any Democrat presidents for the next couple of decades if I live that long. I will tell you something. Corruption is on both sides. There is some sellouts. There is some corruption going on the Republican side. But don't get it twisted. The leftist agenda is 100% corrupted. If you don't believe me, look at what their next step on the agenda has been, and more of them support it. We elected a socialist, Marxist Muslim in New York after saying for decades now, never forget 9/11. Never forget how they celebrated the destruction of the Twin Towers. Never forget the 2,700 plus people that died on 9/11 because of people like him. And this new generation has pooped all over New York and probably the country by voting for a socialist, communist, Marxist because he's cute. That is the wisdom of the new generation. He's cute. He's stylish. All of the Muslim terrorists celebrated that. Palestinians celebrated that. All of the people that hate the United States celebrated that, and specifically Muslims. They all celebrated that. And here we are, putting Muslims in government, putting Muslims to be the leaders of this country. Seriously? Seriously. How many wars have we gotten into? How many attacks have we gotten by Muslims? I don't care what you think about Muslims. I believe in freedom of religion. That's fine. But we're not going to play stupid games. If your intent is to take over the United States of America, I'm against that. Now, for some of you leftist morons that are still hanging out in my chat, you are to blame for this. You are to blame for whatever happens in the future. But the reason why we speak up and the reason why we can't stay shut up and allow you to do that without a fight is because it's going to affect our children. That is a big problem. I believe, again, on religion freedom. I get it. You worship, pray whoever you want. But you are not going to come in here and try to change the rules of our government. When you have Somalis, watch this. You don't believe me, but here we go. I told people a long time ago, when Ilhan Omar became a congresswoman, I said that woman hates this country. And she has proven it. And if you're white and you support her, you are stupid. Because she tells her people that you are the devil. She tells the people that white people are the problem. They tell the people that Americans are the problem. You see, they support you having abortions, but they themselves are not going to have abortions. While you Americans in this country are killing your children, they are multiplying. Not only their children, but their religion and their belief. That's nothing. Millions of them on welfare. All these migrants from Somalia. The majority of them are in welfare. There was over $1 billion in scamming because of EBT scamming. Fraud. EBT fraud, over $1 billion. Somalis. Some people went to jail. People don't know that here because they don't see it on the news. If the legacy media doesn't report it, nobody pays attention to it. If CNN doesn't put it out there, the leftist Democrats don't believe it. If MSNBC doesn't put a story out there, the leftists don't believe it. If BBC puts a story out there, the leftists don't believe it. So what is the point? Anybody that becomes a migrant, follows the law, and then becomes a citizen, sure, you should be in government. But not if you're a Muslim. Why? Why do I say that? Why not if you're a Muslim? By now, I will say, not if you were Chinese. There are certain people we cannot trust in government here in the United States of America. And I can tell you right now, all these minorities, foreigners that have come in here to become citizens and are in Congress right now, they all hate the United States of America, and you, my friends, are included in that. It's not hating or being prejudiced against Muslims. That is their nature. You got to remember, Christianity has been used by corrupted governments. Now, Christianity is there, has been used by corrupted government to oppress people, to keep people in check. That's bad. That is not good. You see, God has given people government to rule over them because they asked for it. This is biblical. Now, if you don't believe in God or you don't believe the Bible, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. This talk is not for you. But Muslims was not created by God, was not inspired by God. The government made up the religion to force the people to their will. If you're a Muslim, I am sorry, but that is the truth. Now, I'm sorry because it'll offend you, but I'm not sorry for telling you the truth. And that's a big difference. If you don't believe me, look what happened when Doge, who was put by the President of the United States, the same guy that all MAGA people were celebrating and were excited that we won. That same president, Donald Trump, allocated Doge. And I told everybody, listen, It's the federal government. There's not such thing as privacy. They know everything. If you pay taxes, they got everything. There is no privacy when it comes to the federal government. Maybe with surveillance, we can argue that, but not with paper. Not with your green card, not with your social security, not with your citizenship. See, even here in Washington State, the Constitution says that the Washington State Constitution says that nobody's privacy will be disrupted, nobody's house will be invaded unless authorized by the law. And the Washington State Constitution says that the Constitution of the United States of America, which is all the federal law, overrides the state's constitution. So that leads me to believe that yes, the federal government can come in with authority. With that being said, I am also going to point out that when Doge came in and they say we are going to investigate USAID, Democrats, all hell broke loose with Democrats. No, don't go in there. And they try to go in. They set alarms off for security in buildings. They didn't want Doge to go and audit or investigate anything. They went to the streets right away. Fox, CNN, MSNBC, all you legacy medias, come here. We got something to tell you. The federal government, the king, President Trump, it's trying to destroy your privacy. This is an attack on democracy. I don't know what the hell that means. This is an attack on democracy. We got to stop them. Why? Why we got to stop them? They're auditing you. Prove to them there's nothing to hide. I got a massive detail to give you. Ilhan Omar, and we know the special five on the Democrat side. You know who they are. What happens? Oh, hi, Cheryl. I'm sorry. I'm ignoring my members over here. Trinity, sister, good afternoon. Love to see you on here. God bless you, man. God bless you as well, bro. Thank you guys for joining. And those here in TikTok, thank you as well for staying and watching at least a couple of minutes. I'm going to give you massive information. Now, all of my members and subscribers by now, they already know what the information is. But when they try to stop USAID, the reason why they try to stop it at all costs is because they were going to find a lot of massive fraud and abuse. They were going to find out that USAID was funding not only healthcare, not only the government, but the whole economy of Somalia. And it's not just Somalia. There is other countries that are getting millions of dollars. One of the presidents in Africa said, "What do you care? The United States is not your country. This is your country here in Africa." Even their leader is telling the people to stop bitching and complaining. If the United States government doesn't want to give money to Africa, why do you care? That's not your country. It's a fact. Go look it up. Go Google, go find out however the hell you get your information, and go and ask the question, what happened to Somalia's economy when the USAID was canceled? And you will hear it from the president of the Bank of Somalia. You will hear it from the leaders of Somalia that because USAID shut down, now the economy in Somalia is failing. Why do I say don't allow Muslim foreigners to be in government? Why do you not allow people that hate America in government? Why do we not allow socialists, communists, Marxists in government? Because they don't care about what happens to the American people. And if you want to have something left for your children to enjoy, you will keep supporting President Donald Trump. This whole Epstein files, President Donald Trump doesn't care. He's got bigger fish to fry. But you know what? It's gonna happen. They're gonna release everything. And all of the Democrats that are right now projecting what they're doing against President Trump and the American people, they're all going to be found out. How do I know? Let me give you a couple examples. Letitia James projecting every single day I am going to work, I'm going to be suing President Donald Trump, and I'm going to go home, and that's a happy day. She went after him hardcore on real estate fraud. And what was she doing? Real estate fraud. Shift to Shift went against him hardcore on that as well. Guess what? He's also being investigated for real estate fraud. And then the latest that we have with real estate fraud and more is the moron that slept with the Chinese spy, Swalwell. You will think that he will behave. You will think that he will keep a low profile. You will think the guy will be like, hey, you know what? I almost got caught. I messed up. I got to be better because otherwise I'm going to get in trouble. Well, guess what? He's doing it. He still goes after President Donald Trump hardcore, knowing that over 77 million people that voted for him, us, are watching them. A lot of us patriots are watching what the government is doing against us. Now, they can shut some people down, but they're not going to shut us down. We're going to continue telling the truth. So if you're a MAGA or so-called patriot of this country, you will continue to support President Donald Trump until actual factual evidence is put through the courts and he is found guilty. You need to continue to support our president and the administration. If you haven't noticed yet, China was laughing at our president, Biden. Japan had no respect for our President Biden. The world was mocking and laughing at us. Nobody was taking us serious. And I'll give you one proof of that. Zelensky came over and demanded billions of dollars. And Biden said, sure, hey, anything that we can do. It's a Christian country. It's what we do. He comes back again. But now Trump is in office. And our beautiful Vice President J.D. Vance says, excuse me, sir. Not once have you come over here and you didn't thank our president for meeting with you, for trying to help you. And he says, oh, no, I did. No, you didn't. You came here demanding money because that's how you were used to dealing with people. But not anymore. President Donald Trump has brought honor and respect back to our country around the world, around the globe. All the leaders around the globe respect the United States of America. Do they love us? No. Do they like us? No. Are they envious? Yeah, of course they are. But do they respect us? Oh, you better believe it. And it's not because we're nice, cute people. It's not because we are good Christian boys. It's not because of that. It's because they know we will whoop their ass. Peace to strength. Nobody respects a weak country, a weak leader, a weak person. Let's be honest. If you start gathering two groups of people, who would you decide to go with? Are you going to join the strongest group, the strongest people in this group, or are you going to join the weakest people on the other group? Be honest. Common sense. A lot of patriots have been emotionally compromised. And you need to wake up and remember why you are a patriot. Let me tell you what else is happening in our country. The perverted, the deprived, the sexually perverted people are taking over your country because the devil is helping them. First, they take the rainbow flag from the Bible, which is a pact that God gave us as a sign that he will not inundate the earth again. The alphabet people took that flag from the Bible. Now that this country is realizing that we're a Christian country, because 67% of the country is Christian, now what they want is, they want to change the American flag and change it into a rainbow flag with the 50 states. Listen to me again. They took over this moral boundary that we have, the pact of God between God and man. They took that and made it an abomination flag to spit in God's face and to prove that they are taking over our moral stance. Now they have the audacity to try to make the American flag a gay flag. Unbelievable. It is a sexual sin. It really is. So we got to keep using our common sense. New York, all right. A lot of leftists, they're happy, Oh, socialism is beautiful. Well, let's talk about socialism. And I hope that MAGA and American patriots really learn to be real patriots and to learn to stand with the truth. What the hell happened to being innocent until proven guilty in the court of law? You guys cannot give that up. This is why the leftist crazy Democrats are kicking your butts. And this is why blue cities and states stay blue. Because you forget where you come from. You forget what you stand for. You let emotions lead you. Emotions are great for many things. It tells us when we're being mean. It tells us when we're sad. It tells us all kinds of stuff. But when it comes to making decisions, emotions are the last thing that you want to think about. We just got a mayor here in Seattle. She is full-blown socialist. She is so proud to say that she has been, I should have brought my laptop, to be honest. I forgot. She is so proud to say that people are comparing her to Mancami from New York. She's so excited and so proud about that. Now, let me tell you something about this mayor that just became the mayor of Seattle. She used her mom's money, literally. She used her mom's money to run the campaign. Has never been independent herself. She is a spoiled child, so to speak. Doesn't really know how Seattle works or how the economy works or any of that. She thinks she knows something because of what other people are saying. I wish that she would use common sense to try to make policy. Listen, nobody's perfect. Nobody goes into government knowing everything that they have to do, but they are quick learners. They should have that skill. And they should specifically have the skill of using common sense. You see, if you don't have common sense skills, you're going to fail. So she thinks that she's going to make the buses faster. And by she means by faster is they're going to have them running more often. So they're going to spend millions of dollars in our transit system. This is what she thinks. They're going to build 4,000 small homes for the homeless to live in so that they can have a roof over their head. And then she's doing something similar to what Montgomery is doing in New York about the grocery stores. See, she believes that is the human right to give free food to everybody. Everybody should have a house and a shelter. Everybody should have this. Everybody should have that. I don't think so. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you're lazy, you are not going to be taken care of. You got to work your butt off and earn your bread every single day. That's how you encourage people to be independent. That's how you encourage people to have some work ethics. That's how you encourage people to raise the next generation to be hard workers and to think, what can they do for their country? Now, I have a question for socialists. I got a couple of questions. Question number one. Where are you going to get all the money to do all these free projects? Where? Rich people. Of course. Businesses. Of course. Why not? Tax the rich. I get it. I get it. And so what happens when the rich leave? Then what? Then you got to hike the taxes. Then you got to raise the local taxes. I've been saying this how many times? If you're new to my channel, first time you hear it. But I've been saying it. Don't believe the bullshit lie that President Trump is to blame for everything. If you think that the rich people are going to sit there and take it and take it and take it, ask Besson why he left with Amazon. Ask the big corporations that left Seattle to go somewhere else. They haven't come back. You people listen and believe everything you hear from the left side, but you don't do a research. Find out how many thousands of open employment opportunities are out there, and they are all fake. They are all fake to inflate the unemployment numbers. You guys don't believe me when I say that mass illegal migration is one of the biggest reasons why we have a high cost of living, why we have supplies that need to be made even greater, probably 100 times more than what it used to be. You guys don't understand that part. And what I mean you guys is just the ones that don't understand it. Most of you that are here on my channel are common sense people. And it'll make sense to you. But if you really believe that rich people are not going to give up on your stupid ideas where all you can think is throw money away, throw money away, throw money away. This new mayor of Seattle, that's all she knows. Mom's money. Her husband has no balls. That's why she's the lead. She is so irresponsible and out of touch with reality. She doesn't even know what to wear for work. Unbelievable. She doesn't know what a mayor is supposed to dress like. She goes and makes a video that she goes to Goodwill and she's out there trying. I don't care about the secondhand store. That's fine. I will go in there and I'll get some clothes. I don't, but I would if I have to. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, your clothes can be reused again. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is, thank you, Tyler. What I'm saying is, no, I haven't been keeping up with the elections of Honduras. I'm so busy with the crap here in the United States of America. Because that's my priority, brother. The USA is my priority. Honduras is second. You know, when I go down there, I love and bless and you know, I love the people. But my priority, my loyalty is to the United States of America. It is the American people that I have to look after because my children are American and their future is also going to be whatever we leave them to be their future. Saltwater, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. God bless you. Says Americanza, Americans first. Amen. Let's go. America first, always. Always. So with that being said, she goes to making a commercial for, you know, advertising for her running for mayor. And she is with her gay black man because he's an activist like her. But yes, she is an activist. So he is an activist like her, and he's helping her go shopping for clothes. I'm going to tell you something. I don't really care what you wear to a debate. But the outfit that she put on for the debate did not fit her. Maybe if you think about the old style, the big baggy fluffy jackets, maybe. She has no ethics of work. She's a mother, which if she didn't become a mayor, probably would have ended up on welfare. Like every other single mother that believes that socialism works. Only the business owners, only the hardworking people know how high prices are. People like Mandami and this what's her last name? I even forgot her name. That's how irrelevant she is to me. But I should remember it. I think her name was Katie something. The mayor of Seattle. You guys can look that up. They're both supported by their family's money. Maybe this one, but her husband might be supporting her, period. Katie Wilson. Thank you, Linda. That's the kind of people that Democrats vote for. And I can tell you that Republicans didn't even vote for the mayor. Why? They were both Democrats. The garbage mayor that she beat is also a Democrat. This is the same mayor that believe Herrera, the guy that she beat, is the same guy that believes that criminals don't need to be in jail. We just have to understand why they're doing it. That's why they get out of jail 7, 10, 15 times. Because they're trying to understand why they are being criminals. No! You don't have to understand why they're criminals. What you have to do is make an example and show the rest of the population if you commit a crime, your ass is going to jail and you're not getting out. Hold them accountable for those stupid mistakes and decisions because they grew up thinking, it's no big deal. I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to graduate from criminal school. They don't learn the lesson. They will take advantage every single time and they will continue to be repeated offenders because they know they can get away with it. Sayo, thanks for the super chat. I've met undocumented immigrants who put America first, have done things right, paid their taxes, have learned to speak English, and have no criminal record. Should the president at least support them? One of the things that I'm going to tell you, Sayo, is this. I believe that type of people I'm going to fight for if I run for governor. That's the people that I'm going to fight for. I will ask and even beg the president, whoever it is, the president of the United States, to please help me get these people papers so that they can be here legally, because they have proven themselves to be good people. But everybody else needs to get the hell out of this country. There will be no more sanctuary city in Washington state. And maybe because it's a blue state, that will cause me to lose the race. But I'm going to tell you something. I am going to speak my mind on the microphone, and everybody's going to hear me. Everybody's going to hear me. You cannot have a socialist agenda, because socialism doesn't work. And the capitalists are not going to be supporting your stupid ideas, because they don't make money. They just waste money. Does that make sense? I think only my patrons understand what I'm saying. People that defend illegal immigration are supportive of all the crimes that come with it. We got over 400,000 children that were brought here through illegal immigration. And the latest story is of a little girl, I believe, that was brought here when she was about 1 or 2 years old. She's now 12 years old. They've arrested the uncle and some other people that supposedly was family. They were beating her, and she even had a cut. I don't know how big, but that's what they say. Arrested, put in jail, illegal immigrant. And the illegal immigrant, driving drunk, was arrested priorly and was let go. Driving drunk, killed a state patrol trooper in Marysville, I-5. Drunk, driving over 100 miles an hour, they say, they calculate. Killed the state patrol instantly. They were thinking about letting him go. Can you believe that? Because we're a blue sanctuary city. No more sanctuary cities. I pay 90% self-employment tax. Yeah. I will say the one way that some illegal people get away with working. Number one, let me be clear. Let me read a couple of comments from TikTok. Let's say the birthday club says, let's see, there is no definitive answer to what has caused the huge spike in anti-Semitism, but some possible. Okay, he's spamming that. Okay, they're just spamming. That doesn't make sense. It's all right. At least thank you for trying to make a comment on there. But you guys are my priority here on YouTube. They have an American embassy for a reason. The United States negotiates with each country to allow them to have an American embassy. For what? So that they can go and apply for a visa, for a permit to come into this country legally. If they come across the border illegally, automatically they broke federal law. If they work without permission from the government, they are also breaking that law, which it is cause for deportation, both of those. And the third thing is that a lot of the illegal immigrants come in here and use fake papers to work or to identify themselves. And that is a felony, which means you will do jail time and then you will get deported. So that's what it's at. Official says, bro, I am sorry, but I want your hat. Well, you can't have it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining my membership. Love you guys all, because I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for your love and support. And I appreciate every single one of you guys for what you do. So thank you so much for that. But I really, like you asked me, right, if I'm following the politics in Honduras. Not right now, because my priority right now is the country where I live, where my children belong to. And that is where my loyalty lays. And that's why I do this. Most of my patrons already know that, right? We can talk about everything. I'm not going to hate you for disagreeing with me. I'm not going to hate you for having a different opinion. I mean, you're going to get mad at me because you can't convince me otherwise. But I can definitely hang out with you. I can definitely have a beer and whatever. We can chill. We can chill very, very, very chill. But, we have to make sure that we always go America first. That's all I want. Sorry, I got to drag a puzzle over here on TikTok so I can continue the live. That's how picky these guys are on TikTok. That's why I'm not on TikTok at all. Like, it's very rare that I go into TikTok. You know what I mean? But YouTube, you guys on TikTok, on YouTube have been very great to me, and I appreciate that. The other thing about socialism is that they are like locusts because you don't teach them how to make money. You don't teach them how to budget. You don't teach them how to save for survivability. Once the resources are depleted, there's nothing else. They're done. What is it? Julianne says Dennis is thinking about running for Washington governor. Yes, we're thinking about it. Okay. I haven't been sick in decades and haven't been to the hospital since 22. I know some people that have never been to the hospital. So, yeah, this whole healthcare thing is another thing, right? Let's see. I broke my foot from 12 foot. Oof. Yeah, that's when you need a hospital. If you need surgeries, when you need something great, yes, you need a hospital. But just because you felt the cold or the flu, that's not hospital need. You know what I'm saying? You by now should know. America first, brother, says Ken. Absolutely. Marjorie says, no, socialism means that the state completely takes over the farm. No, that's communism. But pretty damn close, though. Communism and socialism is very close, my friend. But the moment that the government takes over everything, it becomes communism. That's how that works. And you have no say on it. You know how I know? Mandami already is already threatening landlords of the buildings that they're going to take their buildings away from them. You know how? They do this. First of all, they raise the crap out of taxes. New York is one of the most expensive places to live. The landlords are not making enough money to keep up with all the repairs, etc. The tenants are not paying the rent. And then they're demanding for the landlords to do all this. And then Mankami says, hey, if he doesn't want to fix the building and give the people better rent, we are going to go in and fix it and we're going to bill him. If he doesn't pay the bill, we're going to take over the property. That's communism. That's communism. When they tell you that the government is going to own the stores, your grocery stores, that's communism. When they tell you that they're going to take over your children's lives, that's communism. When they tell you you have no say on what your children learn, that's communism. There is no freedom in that. Right now, forget about Israel. We're talking about the United States of America. Stop bringing stupid shit in here when we're talking about America. We're talking about USA only. Salt says, thank you for the super chat, bro. God blesses our community. Thank you, Dennis. Oh, you're welcome. No, thank you for your support and for your love. I appreciate it. I just can't see why people want this country to fail. Why? What is the benefit of this country failing? It makes no sense to me. We're going to fight for migrants that deserve to be here. If they're illegal, they got to pay some sort of a fine, right? They got to pay a fine. There's got to be, don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Just a little slap on the hand fine. But I agree with the person that says that there is good people, and I believe it. But I will still not support illegal immigration. Now, we're going to touch up on something that is a little bit more delicate, but we heard this last night when we were listening to a documentary about Native Americans. Native Americans in this country, They know by now that they gotta have an identification that connects them to their tribes. Everybody has to have a tribal ID that identifies them as Native Americans. Now, what's interesting, and a lot of people probably don't know, is that while they have a sovereign land, they are very dependent on the government. And I can tell you right now, I'd rather have all this money being spent on illegal immigrants and be divided amongst the tribes here in the United States of America. If I win, if I run for governor and I win, I will fight for the Chinook tribe to be recognized as a native tribe of the United States of America and for them to have their own sovereign land, as they should. I gotta have a talk with the Indian Tribes Council. I gotta have a talk with them. Hopefully, they're willing to have a conversation. I will tell you right now, Congress has all the power to make every right of Native Americans to go away and force them to assimilate. That is the power of Congress. It is something that I will never do. But I will definitely encourage talks to work together. No, you don't know that the Indian tribes are good. They're not good. Yeah, I know the benefits. I know people get money, but let me tell you something. There is a lot of legitimate Indians that belong in a tribe and they don't allow them to be recognized as such. So I got to find out. I got to find out what can be done. If there's something that can, all I'm saying is this. I am not promising that I'm going to fix everything. What I am promising is that I'm going to go fight and try my hardest to do it. And then whatever information we got is going to be transparent. Everybody in the United States of America is going to hear what the conversation was about and who said what and why the decision was taken. But everybody is going to be able to see transparency on everything. I know. It's not. It's this. I know, man. But we gotta try, man. I mean, that's all I'm saying is we gotta try. We can't just give up and say, nothing's gonna happen. No, we gotta try. I love all my native people here. And there's some jerks like everything else, okay? But for the most part, they're very spiritual. All they want is to be left alone. They want to be able to still enjoy nature. They want their spiritual animals to be respected. For that, I am all for them on everything, but I am against them on the fact that they deny the descendants of such tribes to be denied to be part of the tribe. Uh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. That's their choice, but I will fight for that right. The Chinook need to be recognized. That is the one thing that I do know. The Chinook tribe needs to be recognized, just like the Sioux tribe, just like the Key tribe, just like the Navajo tribe, which the Navajo Nation, it's about, I think it's like around 300,000, I think, 300,000 people that make the Navajo Nation. And then the second one is, don't quote me, the second one is, I think it's Apaches, probably over 200,000. And then the next one, I think it's, who's the next one? Not Comanches. But you know what? But there's a lot of tribes that were known for being very strong warriors. And there's a lot of population in those tribes. And it just goes down the line from there. I think the Choctaw Indians were number 4, I believe. And there might be some rankings as the warrior level of them. If you're part native or you know some history of your native, you can tell me those numbers of how many people belong to that specific tribe. But here in Washington State, we have a lot of tribes, and I know the reservations are taken care of to a certain extent. But I would like for the government to be a little bit more involved if they allow us to. because I would love to support the powwows in Eastern Washington. I would love for them to have them here in Western Washington. A lot of the culture from our natives are clean cultures. They're not witchcraft. They're just spiritual things that they do for our trees, for the land, for the ocean, for the rivers, for the lakes. And I would like to see if they would please join hands on projects that will benefit us and them. You have to understand, we are one United States of America, and we got to fight for it. Socialism is going to destroy this country. I'll tell you that right now. If you don't believe me, ask my brothers over there in Cuba. Ask my brothers over there in Venezuela right now. Ask my brothers in Honduras. Having a socialist president, she is ruining Honduras. So, bringing up the Honduras election, I'm gonna go look into that. Now you got my curiosity. I gotta look into it. I want to see what's going on over there. I gotta talk to some family members down in Honduras and see how they're doing. I wanted to do this live here for you guys today. It's a Saturday noon. But I think that when I get home, I'm going to go ahead and do another live so that we can continue this talk. I want you to please think about that. If you know of any patriots that are giving up on President Donald Trump, remind them why we voted for him. Remind them why we cannot allow the leftist, communist, Marxist people to take over our country. They have been lying from day one, and they will continue to keep lying to us. We can no longer continue to allow them to destroy our country. America first. Natives first. Any naturally born American first. Any naturalized American citizen first. Not illegal immigrants. I want that money to go to my native families before any illegal immigrant. Amen? I believe that most of you guys agree with that. Now, if you've been watching here on TikTok, thank you so much for watching, guys. And until next time, you guys be blessed. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we actually had 1,000 views on that one. Not bad. Not bad for TikTok, but I really don't like TikTok. But you guys here, but you guys here on YouTube, I do like YouTube better when it comes to that. I get more patriots on here, it looks like. Let's see, deplorables, no illegals, says Rocky. Yeah. Salt, Brian says, that's a shame, Trinity. It really is. What did Trinity say? My great-grandparents moved from the reservation because of the conditions. The chiefs and elders enriched themselves in a lot of tribes, and the people suffered without electricity. Man, that pisses me off. That pisses me off. I'm gonna turn my my AC on my mobile office because it's getting freaking hot in here. And it's raining, so I'm not outside. Otherwise, I would be outside. That was the whole idea, to come out here, is to go outside and show you, but it's so foggy, cloudy, rainy, misty. You guys won't be able to see the ocean or anything. So it was kind of pointless. What I wish I did have was some nice hot coffee with me. I forgot to bring it with me. So that sucks. All right, let me see what else I got in here. So we got Swalwell. I hope Nancy Pelosi, Letitia James, Shifty Shift, Gavin Newsom. I want them prosecuted, and I want to see if they are guilty of everything that we think we know, and I want to see them behind bars. Very crappy. Go get up some Dennis. Let me check to see if I can get some. Saul, thank you, man. You're all in the chat today. You're right, and I'm sorry about that family. Um, I don't know how much we can influence govern Congress. I don't know how much we can influence Congress. Um, but I think that that should be an issue that we could at least address. And by making it public, by having transparency, we can have Native Americans see what the Indian tribunals are doing to their own people. And maybe they'll change something. You know what I mean? Maybe they will give you a better chance, like your grandparents, Trinity. Maybe they will do something to change their ways, because if one of the things that I know about socialism is that if you have a bad leader, they're gonna take advantage of you, and if you don't like it, they'll kick you out. They will disown you completely. Sales says, I like your response, sir, about helping those people who are doing good things for this country, even though they are undocumented. Thank you. So you're very welcome. But it's obvious. It's common sense to be able to help them. Now, like I said, even if I have to beg the president to please, there will be no sanctuary city. We will get all illegal criminals out of here, period. But I'm going to beg if I need to allow these people, pending a full background check, if they're clean, to please allow them to have a residency to stay in this country, come and go as they please, so they can use airlines, so they can travel back and forth, so they can able to do business abroad, so that they can take stuff to their family, come and visit, etc. There is rules to everything. If they break those rules, they can lose those papers. So I think that they will do actually a great thing. Trinity says a lot of reservations seem to be socialistic. Yeah, they are 100% socialistic. They depend on federal government. They don't want the government to have much to do in the reservations, but they depend 100% on the government. So that's not a question. Let's see, and they definitely don't want the federal government's involvement nosing in their business, of course, because they get caught doing something illicit or illegal or against their own people. And if anything that I have been taught in life is that transparency is the best way to get the people's true reaction to standing up and to come into action. That's just what I believe. Let's see, Majority says, in a dictatorship, your cow is automatically the king's. Yeah, and yeah, that's right, Wrath. That's true. That's fact. We cannot afford that. We cannot let that happen. So I really believe on making the argument, but not just making the argument, but to stand up for the people. And if the old people don't want to stand up for them, the world will know that it's not the government, that is not the white people, that is not the other people. It is their own people that's doing that to them. Hopefully that will bring accountability, to be honest. Now, on other news, I will tell you this. If I don't become a governor here, it is what it is. It's a blue state. Who knows? Maybe I move to another state and maybe I can run there. But the one thing that I will tell you is this. In this channel, I pray that we grow big enough. And it's not going to be just a channel to just give good news or share facts. It's going to be a channel that with movement and action. I really want to be able to bring a smile to kids. I know we can't do everything, but if we can do some things, we're going to do them. I've spoken to my wife, even to my daughter, and we've spoken about it and be like, you know what? I really want to be able to go advertise free lunch, free barbecue lunch uh, in Everett, in Linwood, in Seattle. And we can take a couple $1,000 here and there for advertising and to buy food like hot dogs, hot dog buns, the mayo, ketchup, get all the stuff, most of the stuff from Costco, other stuff from Walmart, and be able to have some sodas, some water, depending on what people want to drink, but have a lot of free food for whoever, whether you're local, whether you're homeless, whether you're a tourist, it doesn't matter. Anybody that is hungry, I want to see them come and grab a hot dog, and I want to see a smile on their face. That is such a blessing. It is so energizing for your soul. It's a very good thing to do. And that I hope that if I'm going to be looked at as a socialist because of that, so be it. But that's not being a socialist. That's just being a Christian man. Some will appreciate it. I'm sure some will not. But it is the right thing to do. I believe giving is how we receive. And sometimes we give monetary, sometimes we give food, and we receive smiles and blessings from God into our life. Let me read a couple of comments here. I don't want to leave you hanging. Rath says, which is most accurate because democracy leads to socialism and then socialism leads to communism. That's correct. That's what I believe. And communism leads to dictatorship. That's right. That's right, Roth. That's what I believe. That's good. Somebody knows history. Saltwater says, Trinity, they are. Johnny, they are all running gambling casinos. That is the way that they think is the best way to make money. We really can't do much about that. But I don't know how the system works completely, but I need to find out how the federal government's money, it's our money, taxpayers' money, is being distributed amongst the Indians. Because if it's being distributed to the main commerce of Indians, the what's it called? The tribunal. What is it called? Oh my gosh, let me see. Let me try to find the name. I don't wanna butcher it. I want to read a couple of comments here. Let me see. Washington State Indian. I can't remember what the actual group is called. But it says Washington State has 29 federally recognized Indian tribes, such as the Lummi Nation, Colville Confederate Tribes, Yakama Nation, and Maka. But there is a name for their group. I can't remember what it is, but it's kind of like the Indian government. The Indian tribes, I don't know what the hell it's called. I seen the name on the building. I always forget what it's called. But nonetheless, if the federal taxes is going to them first, and they give it to the casinos first, instead of to the actual infrastructure of the reservation, I think that's a problem. See, it's not enough. It's not a thank you, Saltwater, for the super chats. I appreciate you. It's not enough to give the money to the Indian tribe tribunal, whatever the organization is called. Indian Tribe Association? I don't know, something like that. I'd rather see that this money goes for infrastructure on the reservations. If you're not from Washington, but if you're from Washington State and you go down east to Toppenish, right, south of Yakima, you will notice that the infrastructure of the reservations are very minimal. They almost look like back in the in the cowboy time, you know, I don't know, over 100 years ago. There's not much growth, you know. Hey, Bernil, what's up, baby? Uh, I will be on live later tonight as well, hopefully. um, I want to see the reservations have very good infrastructure. Maybe Bureau of is Indian Tribes. I know the name Indian Tribes is in there. Tribunal Indian Tribe. No, I don't know. It's Indian Tribes somethings or something Indian Tribes. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Man, that's horrible. I will look up the name. Yeah, I will look up the name. Oh, that's right, guys. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Big time. There we go. Thank you, Bernil. I always forget to tell people to get those likes up there. But all the truth that I wanted to say today to my Republicans, MAGA people is don't give up on President Trump. Remember, he's innocent until proven guilty. And if he is guilty, we got to step it up and we got to say, hey, you know what? We trusted you. We believed in you. We supported you till the end. But this is where we stop. And then we support the next guy or the next person that is going to stand for the defense of the United States of America. And that's where our loyalty goes, to our patriotism for this land. Let's see. Jack says we are not here to give hate and insults to one another, but to share in ideas, opinions, and free thought, even if you don't agree with it, but only facts are accepted and hypocrisy despises. Thank you, Jack. 100%. 100%. Here's a couple of Melanias for the ladies. Couple of Trumps for the man. Couple of states for all Americans, including natives. And fight, fight, fight. And a couple of sombreros for those libtards that do come here once in a while. Kevin says we need a real patriot for our next president or we're doomed. Well, I got a lot of hope that J.D. Vance is going to do a good job. But we got to see. We got to see. Hopefully it happens. Just remember this. Don't be prejudiced. Don't be racist. Trying to find a solution to the problem. And if we can find something without breaking the law, we will do it. But everything else, it has to be lawfully done. We cannot stray from that idea. We cannot stray from that fundament. That is our base, and that is exactly what our foundation is based on. Okay? Truth, honesty, transparency, patriotic duty to this country, respect the law in every aspect of it. So that's where I'm at with that. Derek, I see you. Welcome, my friend. Yep, J.D. Vance 2028. Official said, bro, if you win, you should give that beautiful hat away to us. Well, when I get to 100,000 subscribers, I will probably buy this for a lot of you. I think I would like to give one of these to every member, especially those members that go up to the $24.99 a month. Because this hat for me is about $52 with taxes. But yeah, that would be nice. I would love to do that for sure. Absolutely. Well, Trinity might get something for Christmas anyways, because she's my big sis and she's always looking out for me. And of course, Berniel, since he's my biggest supporter in here, Don't worry, I'll take you all into accountability, guys. I will try to make some sort of some sort of savings there so that I can at least send a few guys some of these hats. I really love this hat. It's my favorite hat right now. My number two is the white one, Make America Great Again. And my third one is Trump was right about everything. And then the Gulf of America. And then the black Make America Great Again. Those are my favorite hats. Now, when it comes to my personal, I like the Dennis Herrera show one. And I like the Berniel's hat for his business. Since he supports me, I like to wear that on my live sometimes. If I'm at home, you know I like to switch hats. But I will tell you, this is my favorite. It's just beautiful. The gold looks amazing on the black. I tell you that right now. Uh, let's see. Trinity says, at Ross, hi, I'm pretty impatient, but I definitely stand behind a courageous man for president. Yep. Derek, love the white one. Looks real good on you. Thanks, brother. Ross says, Dennis, you are making America great again. Let's go. That's a patriot right there. Vance Rubio, baby. Let's go. You know, I think we have a lot of great options, honestly. And I will tell you now, because some of you guys just came in, everything that they have been blaming President Trump and all of us of doing, they're going to be found out. It's going to go backfire on them. It's going to bite them in the ass. And they're going to get in trouble for raising false testimony against all of us, especially our president. You know, I find it very unbelievable. And I know you guys, I mean, you guys are smart. You guys already know this. But I find it crazy that they had these Epstein files, documents all along. When they were president, when they owned the House, when they owned the Senate, they had everything. And they didn't release the Epstein files. Why? Because Trump is not in it. But see, the problem with their little rhetoric is that just like they've been able to confuse some of our patriots into hating Trump because about the Epstein files, etc., their own poison is going to poison their people. Because everything they've been saying about Trump is forcing other people that don't know the truth to vote on the Democratic side to try to bring something against Trump. And what they're going to be very surprised is that it's not Trump. It's their administration. It is their party that is going to be in trouble. And some leftist party across the ocean. Watch. You remember, you heard that here in the Dennis Herrera show first. Let me see. Salt says, that's what gets me. They've had those files. They would have used anything against Trump. They could have during the election, but there was nothing. Yeah, they rather go with the Russia collusion host instead of using a fact. They have that here. Now, I will say this. Hey, Freshly, what's up, buddy? I will say this. They're probably banking that Trump is guilty. But what they're not banking on is that they are going to be found guilty. That's going to be their downfall right there. I think I'm sub to you. Saltwater? You have a channel, Saltwater? I never even looked at your channel. Let's see. I'm gonna have to look you up. I'll have to look you up. If you have a channel, let me know, okay? I like fishing too. I just don't get to do it. Hi, Raj. How are you? Welcome to the chat. I am having a good day. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to check. I was going to check to see if I can go buy me a coffee. Hold on. I don't like going to the store without knowing that I can. Let me see. I think I can. I think I can. All right. It has to be a Starbucks because I still have some money on my Starbucks gift card. Um, Let me try to find one. But I do want my coffee. I tell you that right now. Starbucks. Okay. Let's see. Home. Order. Share location. Yes. Oh, dang. That's all the way by the house. How about nearby? Okay. There is one close by. Thank you guys for waiting there. How about I take you with me? It's at Broadway, so let me see. Broadway, 1010 North Broadway. Okay. Maps. 10 North Broadway. All right, we're 3 minutes away. I'm going to take you guys with me. If you want to hang out, I mean, there's not much to show you, to be honest. Let's see how I turn the camera around and show you guys where I'm going. Coffee time, let's go. Salt water just bought me a coffee. Well, I mean, it's not a real coffee, but it'll pay for half of what it cost. Man, they expensive. They are expensive. All right, let's go. Let me see. I don't know if it would, let me see. If I flip it over, do you got a good view or what? Um, I don't know about that, guys. Is that okay? Are you guys okay with that? I mean, it's kind of like my mirror is right here. All right. I'm going to face it that way so you guys don't have to keep seeing my boring face. If you guys remember one of the lives that I did, I was pointing at this park from downstairs. There's a cliff down there. All right, let's go get the coffee. Salt, you're crazy. You're crazy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, this is part of North Everett. Okay, now I can go buy the whole gallon of coffee. Thanks for the dinner, brother. I will definitely take my wife out. Absolutely. But we have to wait until it comes through. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the love and support, my friends. I wish I had a better view for you guys to watch. This is the north of Everett. These neighborhoods over here, they're actually not too bad. They're actually pretty good. Let me see if I can put it that way. It's not too bad. It's pretty peaceful, to be honest. Yeah. No, Bernil is it's like we always say, guys. Bernil is like the unofficial sponsor. Once we get enough subscribers and we get enough support in the channel, we won't need to go by YouTube rules when it comes to monetary. So it'll be a lot different. It's gonna be a lot better, more free. Well, look at the weather. Yeah, misty, rainy, just wet. Hopefully the Starbucks exists because I know a few of them have closed. And I think in Seattle they were actually protesting. Starbucks was protesting for more money. Know what that means? Coffee is gonna get more expensive. And guys, this is exactly what I mean about local government and local stores, etc. It's the president can go and do all these deals and lower the prices nationwide, but depending on the state that you live in, depending on how the government runs that state, that's how the prices are going to show. Cheap or expensive. This is the first part of the town that I lived in when I came to the United States. These apartments you see on the right, that's low income. Oh, is that Starbucks right there? Oh, I just missed it. I think that's the Starbucks. There we go. You guys get to hear what I order on my coffee.
Thanks for choosing Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Yes, can I get a venti americano with 3 white coffee shots and 4 dark?
We don't have white coffee here, but I could do like
Oh, that's right.
espresso.
No, I forget it. You guys don't have. It's okay. Just now I gotta change my coffee.
So wait. So it's a venti americano with how many shots?
4.
4 shots?
Yeah.
Okay. It comes with 4.
Okay, good. And then give add some white mocha to it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And that's it.
Do you want the full 5 pumps?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Anything else for you?
That's it. Thank you so much.
Perfect. I'll meet you up here.
All right, thank you. I know Trinity doesn't like it when I put something on the black coffee, but I'm spoiled, guys. I need some flavor. I need some sweetness. Thank you, Salt, and for the water, and for the coffee, and thank you, Berniel, for the next coffee and the dinner. I appreciate it. Hi, how are you? Good. How do I close this damn app? Oh, there we go.
You got the app?
Yeah. Years, decades now.
How's your Saturday?
It's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any fun?
Yeah, just doing a little,
Fun?
doing a live.
Oh,
You
that's cool.
you get
on
a
TikTok or?
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Waving from a Starbucks. Wishing everybody a good Saturday, she says.
Oh, we're on TikTok?
Yeah, nah, YouTube.
Here you go.
Not as cool, but.
Wait. Actually, do you want to stop her since you're traveling?
Oh, well, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Aw. There you go, guys. That's Starbucks
Have a good day.
on Broadway, North Everett. Thank you, love. You guys have a good day.
Okay.
Man, I'm just feeling popular over here in Washington State, guys. All because of you guys. Oh, man. Washington State is a beautiful state, guys, but government is a big issue. This is Broadway. This is the main, one of the main streets in Everett. It goes all the way from North Everett all the way down to South Everett. I'm over here doing this live like I'm blogging some type of travel adventure here. Ah, damn, I just burned my mouth. Woo! But the coffee's good, so it's awesome. I love it. I love Washington State. That's why I haven't moved. That's why I really consider running for governor, even though I probably had like a 0.5% chance in this blue state. But we got to give it a run. I figure if I run for governor and I don't make it, at least I'll be able to make my voice heard about all the things that are not being done right here in Washington. And who knows, maybe one day, right? Can you imagine if we get a chance with you guys, with you patriots, being on my channel and everybody else that's going to join? Just imagine how much we can do together. Like, you guys sharing the channel. It could be a way to, to get financial support. But not only that, we can get our voice heard. And maybe, who knows, if it's God's will, we might just be an example for other people to follow. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be just here in Washington State. We can take advantage in other states. California is probably the biggest, the hardest maybe, or the most impossible state to turn red. But I believe that if they have the right people delivering the right message, it might just be a chance. There might just be a chance. What happened? What did Junior say? I can't see all the comments. Sorry, guys. Gotta concentrate on the drive. You guys take care of the chat. Oh, yeah. I used to live around here. Matter of fact, why don't we go take a little tour? Let's see if I can find the old house where I used to live. I love Everett, North Everett. Lots of great memories. Made a lot of friends here. Oh yeah, this is where I got beat up when I first came to this country. This is where I got jumped by those three big black dudes when I was 13 years old. Good memories. Oh, Salt is in a great state with a red governor. Well, hopefully it's a good red governor, because there is bad red ones too. See, that's why I don't just say, oh, I'm a Republican, because that doesn't mean it's a good thing either, because there can be bad people in both parties. You know who surprises me? Rainier, this is it right here. You know who surprises me is Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't know what the hell happened to her, but she's gone a little bit off the rails. What do you guys think about her? Oh, they're rhinos, huh? This school right here, to my left, it didn't look like that when I came to it. They upgraded it. But that was my middle school right there. And we didn't have this football field over here. It was all grass. It's a new stadium for the school, it looks like. This was the first area where I lived that we got a couple of feet of snow. It snowed so much, man, I was having so much fun. I was soaked. I had no snow gear on me at all. It was just sweatpants, some Converse, and a Raider sweater. Let's see if I remember where I lived. Okay. Oh, I can barely remember this. I don't come through here that often. Let's see. Oh yeah, still here. No, that's not it. I will recognize it. Hopefully the house is still there. Unless they took it down, but man, I can't believe you. I'm driving over here for you guys. Oh shit, there it is. There it is. I'll show you. That's the house right there, my friends. That two-story house right there. This is where I used to live when I was 13 years old. It looks like they fixed the siding and stuff on it, but that's awesome. Let me back up in here. This is my old neighborhood, my friends. My best friend, of course, lived right across from where I lived. Berniel, who's leaving? Saltwater or Berniel? Have a good night, brother, whoever it is. Okay, Berniel. Hey, thanks for the dinner, brother. I appreciate it. I'll let my wife know that you did that. Someone was middle class. Who? Oh no, don't get me wrong. We didn't we didn't own the house. We live on the second floor. We rented the one bedroom upstairs. I forgot to give you that little detail. But yeah, but that was the house though. That was the house. One of our brothers from church lived downstairs in the actual main house. We used to live upstairs. Inside the house, there's a stairwell that takes you upstairs. This was the first football field. Well, not this one right here, but over there where the grass was, where I kicked some butt. I was in 7th grade kicking 8th graders' butt in football. It was awesome. This one's called North Middle School. It should still be called the same. I don't see why they would change the name. This is Everett, Washington, my friends. Make America great again. Let's go. The first bully that I beat up was over here in this school. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. But it's true. Bullies are everywhere. I've always been blessed. I've always been a more than average height and size my whole life. One of my best memories of my childhood. And maybe because I used to get beat up by my older brother, but I was in second grade. I beat up this sixth grader. That was funny. You know what wasn't funny is when he came back with two more friends and then they kicked my butt. That was not funny. And then to top it off, the worst thing that happened to me is that my mother saw that I got into a fight and she whooped me for getting into a fight, even though I was just defending myself. I don't know. Maybe my mom was a Democrat. No, my mom was not a Democrat. She was definitely a Republican. Ronald Reagan was her favorite president of all times. Let's see. Derek says, I love football. Alabama just lost to Oklahoma. I know, man. You know, I used to watch football, man, on Saturdays. College football, I thought, was better than NFL football. This is just me, though. That's just me. I always thought college football was better than NFL football. It just seemed more real. It seemed more like the actual sport, you know? I don't know. I think it's because of the bands, you know? The college spirit, the whole, you know, excitement behind it. And NFL, it's more like a show off, you know, for money, to where college, you're actually, it seems like you're playing for pride, you know? The good pride. School spirit, they say. Yeah, but this is the downtown Everett. That brown building that you see right there, that's jail. That's the police officers and the prison. Oh wait, sorry, not that one. This one right here, this beige one. And then the courthouse is just ahead. Man, I came in here with scolding American patriots that are giving up on President Trump and believing the lies of Democrats, to giving you guys a tour of the downtown Everett. Oh, some sort of event there? What's going on? Oh yeah, we have an ice ring over here. The ballot drop box. So for voting, you come over here, voting over here, or you can mail in your vote. I don't like mail in. I have to go vote in person. There's too many fraud things happening every voting election. Always something happens. And the excuse for the government is, oh, it's minimal, but they got caught. Nobody else is doing it. That was the only people that were doing it. They never take accountability for anything. Junior Basket, what's up, son? Don't waste that evil on your mom, Dennis. About the Democrat thing? Yeah, I know, man. What a bad son, man. I'm insulting my mother over here. Oh, you know I'm driving, so I can't read all the comments. Sorry, guys, if I'm missing comments. It's all right. You know what? Maybe we can park around here. Let my coffee cool off. Oh, what happened, guys? Now that college players get paid millions of dollars, it's kind of... Wait, what? Wait, college players get paid now? Wait a minute, what'd I miss? Give me the scoop. College players get paid. Seriously. Why is it bad? I thought it was a good idea to pay them. They're sacrificing their body. Really? Millions? I don't know. I have to look that up. I didn't know that. All right. Oh, I didn't know that college players were getting paid now. I always thought they should get paid, but I didn't know they were getting paid already. You guys will see a lot more than that. You guys will see a lot more than that. Now they all become prima donna. They're not working towards an education. They're not working for team spirit. They're showing up for a paycheck. What? No way. No way. Don't tell me that. Say it ain't so, Joe. Oh, guys, thank you for the coffee, Salt. Appreciate you. I will tell you this, though. They don't make it like my local baristas do. They make it so good. And I'm going to tell you, the white coffee. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Dang it. Can you still hear me? Microphone off. Oh, boy. Let me see if I can test the sound. I am having a good day. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to check. I was going to check to see if I can go find your coffee. Hold on. You can hear me? You can hear me? Okay, there you go. Okay, good. So they're getting paid. Let's see. Facts, the college that spends the most money gets the best player. Ah. Well, I mean, I think they should get paid, but I mean, is this something that's going to be affecting uh, tuitions? I mean, because one of the arguments that I have about tuition is that, instead of paying, coaches millions of dollars to coach football, they don't have to really charge for education if it's that case. Because the students do pay to go watch the game. And I'm sure they make a lot of money by doing that. I would think that would be an incentive enough, to go for a better education, but I guess not. Let's see, what's the open from Livermore, California? Trinity, I don't know how to do it. But Junior, you'll never be allowed on this channel again. What happened? What did Junior say? Not Vasquez, but the other Junior. Was he being bad, Trinity? I was driving, so I didn't see it. Peace and profits to the mods. There's another players are getting along with endorse. Colleges in America is a multi-trillion-dollar business. Every student except for the wealthy has debt for education and their parents. Well, right, that will be something to talk about. Maybe this sports can pay for all these tuitions. I just looked it up, and they can now earn money through sponsorships, okay, endorsements, and collective contracts. Huh. That might do something to colleges, but who knows? We'll see where that goes. But all I do know is that they should get some sort of compensation because they are sacrificing their body. There's no question about that. Indiana University got good because of the pay for players. What was that movie? Remember there was a movie about coaches going out there and actually paying players to come and play at their university. I think it was like University of Joseph or something like that. Shaquille O'Neal was one of the students that they recruited. That's an old movie, early 90s movie. Oh, he said Trump swallows. Oh, I see. Where are we, Chef? Who is Chef? Let's see. Derek says, I hate spamming. They should be able to pay for the tuition for the people that can't afford it. Yeah, yeah. The tuition themselves that want a higher education. They should, man. And that's why doesn't the government, right? Why doesn't the local governments do anything about that? I don't know, man. I would make these universities, uh, the teachers, earn less money. I'm sorry, but they need to earn less money. They need to earn less money, and coaches and players they don't need to be making millions. I will say this, the only thing, let me see, that was the coach at USC, University of Southern California. They lost 4 championships, but they got them taken from them because they were paying players. Oh, I see. Blue Chips. That's the movie? I know the uniform was blue, but I don't know what that was. The only bad thing, guys, is that when they don't pay the college players, I think I was going to do a podcast about this like years ago, that when they don't pay college players, a lot of them get injured so much that they don't even get to make it to the NFL if that's what they're really, playing the game for, to have some sort of career or money or something. Well, guess what, guys? My phone battery is gonna die, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue the tour for you guys. It looks very bright, but it's actually getting pretty dark, guys. There's some senior homes on both sides of the street, and all of them were taken out of their senior homes to go protest the No Kings. Can you believe that? Oh, you know what they say, it's all about the Benjamins, right? Rob, go away. What happened? You guys own the chat. Get rid of what you don't like. This is the weekend overtime chat for Patriots. Robert says, Salt, I'm behaving. Robert's okay. Robert's okay. Yeah, still raining here in Washington State, my friend. We kind of stopped raining for a little bit, just a little drizzle. Right. Yeah, I agree with money going to homeless. You know, the problem with that is that we're falling to the same problem with socialism, where if you keep giving them, they just will never try to find, I don't know, some legal way to make money. Unfortunately, of course, you know, if they have a need for money, they can just go and beg and become homeless again. It's just like they don't really want to try anyway. You know what I mean? It's just like, what do? I'm going to tell you, my biggest problem that I will have as a governor is getting rid of homelessness. I think homelessness is probably like the worst thing that I can tackle, to be honest. I mean, I gotta have some good connections that that they're gonna have some good groups to rehabilitate. I don't know if there's another solution that we can think. What do you guys think? What do you guys think will fix homelessness? What are some ideas that you guys think that will actually take care of a homeless issue? Because just gathering them and putting them in a building, I don't think that's enough. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, the solution that they're giving here is not working, and they're doing housing for the homeless. They've been giving them free drugs, etc., and it's not working. All right, we're gonna go into the freeway. Absolutely. Mental health, life skills. Yeah. So I was thinking, if we get housing for them, they need to go to rehabilitation. We got to find out, are you a drug addict? How can we help them get out of that drug addiction? It's a lot of work, and I don't think it's working because they've been trying for a long time, and they're still there. I remember watching a documentary. I think it was in Showtime, and they were running an experiment, and they gave this man, the reason why they gave it to him was because they saw he lived under the bridge, but he got up every morning and he would walk around and collect bottles, and he would do like really good, like hard work all day, and then he will go and recycle it down in Cali, and he will make money so that he can eat. And so they thought, oh man, this guy just down on his luck. I mean, he works all day long collecting recycled bottles, etc. And so they gave him $300,000 to do whatever he wanted to come out of it. They gave him counseling. They gave him financial advice. You know, they gave him everything that you guys are telling me. And then family that didn't talk to him, all of a sudden, were talking to him again. And he bought a brand new truck. And I don't know if he bought a house or what the hell he did, but the point is he spent all of the money down to like maybe $10,000, and he went back to being homeless. It didn't work. It's like he liked being homeless. So I really don't know. I really don't know, because we can just take them off the street, and then where we're going to put them at? Take them down to Oregon? Yeah, I think homelessness is going to be tough. That's crazy. That's what I think is going to be the toughest task to master. Homelessness. Everything else, I think, is common sense and we can work something out. But homelessness, that's a hard one for me right there. I do know that taxing businesses and the people that are making money is not going to fix the issue either, because they're going to have homes and they're just going to use those homes to do their drugs. They're not going to fix anything. Prostitution. You know how many, I didn't show you because I wasn't there right now, but there was so many houses made for very low income people, like Section 8, right? It was like, I don't know, like 10, well, not 10 buildings, but there was a lot, like maybe 100 units, okay? They all closed. They're all canceled. Over 100 units where people were living rent-free, and it failed. So I really don't know if there is a solution for homelessness. I think that there's a lot more than just providing a house. Oh man, I wish I can show you guys more, but my battery is dying on my phone. I want to say, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see if I got a couple of things I think I want to share with you. So when I get home, I'll try to get on and we can continue our chat on this Saturday night. Guys, thank you for being with me here today. Thank you for the likes. Salt, thank you for the coffee. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the support, guys. And of course, Berniel is already gone, but big time. I appreciate it. Derek, we'll see you guys in a bit, maybe. If not, I'll try to go back live tomorrow, Sunday, see if there's any news that we can actually talk about. But what I wanted to say about our patriots and Republicans is just that. Don't give up on Trump and the administration. Everything that they're doing is correct. Everything is going according to plan. We know Democrats are trying to just do all this fear mongering, as they always do, always throwing smears out there. It's sad to see that some Republicans actually are giving into that. And for some reason, I'll just say this: why would you support the Democrats anyways, even if you didn't like Trump? Like, you should just like not say anything, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what? I think I might spend a little bit of time with my wife and my kids. How about I'll see you guys tomorrow? All right? Yep. You all have a good night. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate you. Sister, thank you for coming in. My love to all of you guys. May God bless you. God bless your family. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Take it easy, Brian. All right. Love you all.